go to the Fury Ngannou. Let's talk it. You brought it up.
That's sure.
Let's talk. What do you got? Obviously, everybody knows that Tyson Fury has a huge boxing advantage here, right?
Right.
What do you guys think the odds should be? Like if you were
I
Vegas,
think Nagano has no chance.
no, well, if you were
None.
Vegas, well, Vegas doesn't have, that's not a Vegas odd. So
Well,
if you were Vegas and you're setting the odds, what would you say the odds for Fury and against Ngannou would be?
as long as they're fighting in boxing rules, I mean,
it's boxing rules. Yeah.
it's got to be like 5-1. I mean, again, Nagano could knock somebody out. He could knock the man out.
Way higher.
Very unlikely.
With this
Five-
those
yeah.
size, that
Jimmy-
size,
Jimmy, what would you set the odds at?
I
if
was
you're-
going to say around then. I think chances are very slim, but you got those giant bodies throwing those haymakers. Anybody can go at any time.
So it actually started at 10-1, which if Fury's last fight was 12-1. So this is lower odds than his last fight, and I think that's appropriate. But 10-1 seems high to me, considering this.
You think you have praised the great punching power. You say he has a world record in punching power. Nagano, I don't think that he lands a blow. I think that Tyson Fury is essentially, he's a heavyweight, a big fat giant heavyweight, by the way, but he dances around the ring like a welterweight. I think that he basically abuses him and can stop him at will whenever he feels like it.
So Eric,
One take.
what about this?
Certainly possible. Go ahead.
No, but is there any chance? Like, what if Ngannou is just not as skilled, and those guys hit good fighters, just like Mayweather was hit by the Conor
He was
McGregor.
by Conor McGregor, yeah, but with one punch, because it's awkward, yeah. So
And Mayweather let him, just so you know.
you guys don't know anything. Let's like clarify this. You guys don't know anything about the UFC in general. Like
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I know lots about it.
You just started watching the UFC recently.
I've been watching it since Hoist Gracie won the I've always watched it. I've only got away from it in the recent past, but now I'm getting back into it. But yeah, I've watched it all while.
Can you name?
I just discovered Nate Diaz.
Yes.
My favorite fight. Well, that's him. My favorite. Listen, I love George St. Pierre, but I can go back way further than that, man.
So
Oleg Maskayev. I used to love the Russian guy.
name 3 people that Ngannou has beaten.
Understood, but it's not about the people he's beaten. It's about the fact that Tyson Fury is not them guys. He's a huge motherfucker with fleet-footed.
I know both sports. As a matter of fact, if I point right here, I've got a Tyson Fury signed boxing glove here. So here, let me break this down for you realistically.
You know how many boxing gloves I have signed by every cocksucker in the world? You got a Tyson Fury glove. How dare you? I've got 4 Roberto Durans right there. I'm getting ready to give to John Scully.
Case on this particular podcast that Tyson Fury would be favored against every heavyweight in the history of boxing. So I hold Tyson Fury in very high esteem. So let me try to break this down in a honest and fair way.
Sure.
Francis Ngannou is the first person Tyson Fury has fought where he has a physical liability. Ngannou is significantly stronger than him. And so what if you've watched Tyson, and I know you have, he likes to use his size as a huge advantage. He'll lean on people. He'll lean on people a lot, and he uses it to wear them down to knock them out late. And it's brilliant. He will not be able to do that in this round. That does not mean
that's the reason why I think Tyson's gonna win.
Listen, just I don't want to hear you. I know you think he's good, but you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So let's just.
No, I know what you're saying. So go ahead.
Now, if he is,
you're saying he will. I'm saying he's fleet-footed enough that he does not have to press. You're saying, oh, he's never met somebody he can't press, a bigger man. I'm saying Tyson Fury doesn't need to. Tyson Fury can dance like a welterweight. He's gonna box circles around this big oaf and then knock him out at will. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you clearly don't know what you're talking about. Although I agree. I agree with you that he could outbox him significantly. And I think there's not a single educated fight fan in the world that would disagree with that.
You know,
Tyson
so
Fury.
don't say I don't know what I'm talking about.
But no, you don't. When you say big oaf, Francis Ngannou moves like a welterweight. He is a.
I'm saying Big Oaf compared to Tyson Fury. They're both magnificent
Do
fighters.
we know if Ngannou can take a punch?
Oh, yes, yes. You do not have to worry about that at all. You don't have to worry about any. There's pretty much zero chance that Fury will knock him out early. You could wear him out late. You know what I mean? But
Right.
He's not going to hurt him to the body at all. At all. It'll be a knockout to the jaw if it happens.
Why would you say that?
Because
I don't believe it at all.
Because I sent you guys a training video of all the professional boxers that you
And
invited.
I saw them. I've looked at them.
Just
I've
like
seen it.
holds up and lets everybody go to town on his body. It's a rock. So so let me.
That's not how you hurt a guy from the body. It's when he gets hit and he's not ready for it.
I know, but what I'm trying to tell you is that this is not a normal human physically. So physically, Tyson Fury is not an elite athlete.
Tyson Fury is not a normal human either.
He's not a normal human, but he's not an elite athlete. We're talking about.
Yes, he is.
No, he is.
He is. I
Yes,
disagree
he
with you.
is.
From this,
Yes,
from
he
as
is.
a heavyweight, I disagree. Ngannou is a very tall, big built man with big muscles. I get that. Tyson Fury is he doesn't even have big muscles. He's a naturally fleet-footed man. He was born with a gift.
You all
that
know
he's able to fight. He's able to fight like a man much smaller because of it. He's able to move that way.
You shut the fuck up for 1 second. We all know that Tyson Fury has a massive boxing
He's
advantage.
special.
Did that. I've also conceded he's the person I have favored over every heavyweight in history. I've conceded that. I'm not shitting on Tyson Fury. I'm trying to educate you on the opponent you don't know anything about. So
I know that he's gonna. I've looked at his highlights. I think he's gonna get.
You don't understand.
manhandled.
You know nothing. So here's what you don't know. So he fought his whole life, and a story you don't need to know it, but you should know it
I know
because
he comes from Cameroon, right?
you need to listen to the whole story. This is not a normal human. This is a person who has been through things that you couldn't fucking imagine. And as soon as he hit France, and he's homeless in France, or getting to France in general was something you could not imagine. The story is one of the most amazing stories ever of perseverance, toughness, risking life, limb, and he was the captain of that for over.
Why can't he bring France together?
Gets to France, he goes into a boxing gym, and in his first day, they're like, you could be a champion. The very first day he's there, he was a boxer, and he had grown up fighting in things that you don't even, again, that were life and death. And they're like, you could be a champion. And so he started off as
Don't tell me I don't know about it, because I know about every
doesn't-
African fighting style and every country. But go ahead.
Just stop. He was not an MMA guy at all. And the boxing people there were like, this guy's fucking special. He had to learn MMA in his late 20s, and he's such a superior athlete. He out-wrestled Francis. He out-wrestled multiple people. He beat Stipe, knocked him out, and beat Gan, who is the best striking and moving striker in the heavyweight.
If you're
division.
trying to convince me how awesome he is, I believe you. He's awesome.
Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. What I'm trying to tell you is athletically, he is better by far than Fury. He hits way harder than Fury. And he is, despite what you think, a actual boxer. And he is tough as nails.
Okay.
Now, Fury
We'll
has.
see when they fight.
I'm not saying he's going to. I'm telling you, Fury's gonna. If he stays outside, he's gonna win. I'm telling you, this is a much more even dangerous fight than the 10-1. If I were to place the odds, I'd place them where you placed them, 5-1. I think that there's a very real chance.
There's always a puncher's chance, but
no, it's more than a puncher's chance. This guy owns the world record for Power. Now,
Sure.
not only the world
I don't want
record
to step
for-
on you, but I have something to refute every word you just said. When you're
Not-
ready, let me
not
know.
only the world record for power, he broke the world record for power with 15,000 by 15,000 joules. He also broke the world record for power with a step back uppercut with the former world record of power because they were practicing how he
Okay.
would do. He broke a world record of power with a step back uppercut. This is power that is you cannot fuck around
Okay.
one time and make a
I
mistake.
get all that. I think
I-
all that's great.
I've watched every Fury fight, and Fury does get hit by his
He once
opponent.
hit himself. He once hit himself. Have you
He
seen that
got-
famous
he got-
video? He
got-
once hit himself with a vicious uppercut. Did you see that video?
That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about him punching.
Well,
We're talking
I
about
hit myself before.
does get hit by his opponents. All it takes is one fuck up. And by the way, again, by a better athlete, by a stronger man,
okay.
somebody you can't lean on. And so keep in
I don't
mind,
believe any of that bullshit. I'm chomping at the bit to
I'm
refute
telling-
everything you say.
I am telling you this as somebody who knows both opponents, that if Fury
Okay.
fights disciplined and boxes from the outside, he should win 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 9 out of 10 times. If Fury does what he normally does and starts coming in and trying to do the old lay his body on a wear on thing, or if he gets sloppy because he thinks this guy can't really box, he could go to sleep very easily. This is a smart money play right now at 10-1, 10-1, not at 5-1. 5-1, I'd be like, I'm going to take Fury. At 10-1, I'm taking Francis Ngannou all fucking day. This is an athlete who's stronger than Fury, who hits harder than Fury.
I don't believe it for a second. I'm going to tell you why. It's all bullshit. Everything you're saying.
Dude, there's everything I said is true. Fury's a way better boxer.
Okay. You say that he's a. I don't think he's a stronger man than Fury. I don't think. I think that if it comes down,
fucking retard. If that's your
well,
first,
you just talked for 5 minutes. Do
I'm
I
a-
not have an opportunity to? Can I refute what you just said? All the nonsense you talked.
as strong.
Sandro has the floor.
Can I refute the nonsense that you just
But go
talked?
ahead.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
tell you something about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is close to 7 feet tall. He's a huge man. He's not a man who built his muscles on weightlifting and all this. He's a
He's not
naturally.
strong.
Let me tell you right
He's
now.
not as strong, you retard.
He's taller
tall.
and
Yeah,
stronger than that muscle boy you're
no,
talking about.
he's
Right off the bat,
taller.
you're saying that Ngannou has a strength advantage over Fury? No, he doesn't. Fury
got a
with his
boxing
fat belly is a
advantage.
big man. He's a huge man.
What are the weights?
He has a. Ngannou is built up with weights and.
No, what are the weights?
he learned it. He didn't lift weights ever in his entire life. If you would,
What are the weights of
Again,
the
I
fighter?
said the same thing.
Ngannou had to cut weight 5 pounds at the UFC, so he's about 265. If he cuts weight, he'll come into the ring between 260 and 270. And Tyson Fury's
So Fury about the same size.
same
Tyson
size.
Fury will beat him like a dog.
And
There is no chance. Those
Ngannou-
big punches you claim about are not naturally coming from him. I'm telling you, he's not in a fight with a
Ladies-
boxer.
yeah,
Tyson Fury is a natural.
for everybody that's listening on the combat side, just understand he doesn't know what he's talking about.
You're
Now,
full of shit.
it
I'm
does-
telling you that Tyson Fury, you talk about, did you not just earlier talk about how the genetics matter and how having in your blood? Tyson Fury comes from a line of street fighting guys. I don't know how much you've looked into the whole Irish street fighters and all that shit.
I'm Irish, so quite a bit, and I do know street fighting part a lot.
What I'm saying is he has the fighting heart in him. That has to do with genetics too. He
Just
comes from a
saying,
line of them.
5 to 10-1. I think 10-1's too high. 5-1's right. You and I agree that he should win
Right,
the
right.
fight.
Okay.
I'm explaining to the audience why this is the actual betting odds are too high and how this
Right.
could go wrong for somebody who should win the majority of the time. Are you missing like the English and math here in this? As you're like, you know what?
I hear you.
You don't know.
No.
I think the odds are. I think your odds of 5-1 are what it should be, and I think the Vegas odds of 10-1 are too wrong. And I'm telling you why it could go south and why this fight's really interesting. It's not like
Well,
McGregor.
it's definitely interesting.
It's
I
not
do
like
think it's like
McGregor.
McGregor,
Well,
and
all right,
I
let me
don't
ask
think
you this.
uh,
Let me ask you
It's not.
this.
It's not at all. Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Sandro, if you think, if you agree, if you believe what you're saying, why aren't your odds 10-1?
That's what I'm saying, right?
because the reason why is because I'll say a puncher's chance, but really 5-1, 10-1. I mean, either way, I feel like that
That's a
Fury
big
will
fucking
handle it.
1-to-1, 25.
Well, it's a big no. 5. Listen, it's a big deal if you're betting money. I'm throwing it out there because I'm not betting money.
What do you
I
think
honestly
they're
believe
doing?
Tyson,
I asked you the odds and you gave better odds.
and I said 5-1. Yeah,
which is 100% different than Vegas. And that you're
right.
fighting
Still,
me
that's
why I'm actually making your odds make
I'm
sense.
giving him a puncher's chance. I'm giving him a puncher's chance, and also at the same time that it's also at the same time that perhaps Fury could take him lightly. So take a guy
Basically,
lightly
you're
plus a
saying
puncher's chance.
He's fighting with himself again, Jimmy. We have him
you
stop.
hey,
He's like, the
Stop
odds,
it, you
the
morons.
odds should
It'll
be
never
5-1.
happen. It'll fucking
Hey,
odds are fucking
should
happen,
be-
but it'll never. Go ahead, Jimmy.
The odds should be 5-1, but
Yeah.
God damn it, they should be higher.
Yes. What a piece
Hey,
of
did
shit.
you guys ever watch The Naked Gun
First-
with Frank Drebin?
You
Remember what he said?
You cannot fucking be consistent. What would the odds be now that you've talked yourself into this fight being a sure thing? What would you re-say your odds are? Because 5-1 is half of what Vegas said. What would you not giving you a second chance to correct your first argument with yourself? What would you say? What
Don't
would you
forget
myself.
don't forget you said he's gonna whip him like a dog.
like a dog?
Listen here.
20-1, 40-1.
I think it's don't
What are
don't
the
put
odds?
words. Let me
I'm
answer.
asking you a question.
I'll say okay. I still say 5-1 odds that
Okay,
Fury's gonna
so-
win.
So he thinks that Ngannou has a much better chance than the general public does. Thank
I'm
you.
being generous. If I was putting money on it, I might say 20-1. If I was getting real, that's what you want. That's what you're asking for me for. Okay, so 20. If I was putting money on it, it's very
Right.
slim. The idea that Nagano is going to win. I would say 20-1.
He has no
Realistically,
he has no actual conviction of who he is as a
So,
fighter.
so
I could
Shut
never
the fuck
if I bet you,
never vacillate. I could
if I
never
bet
vacillate
you,
between
you asked me to put
1
money
and
on it.
5-1. I could never say it's 5-1. No, it's 20-1. I could
I'm
never.
being nice to you
overtime.
because I'm
That's
being nice to you
He doesn't
because
know
you're
what
a
the
fan
fuck
of this
they're
UFC
talking about.
no name who's going to get
Because you
spanked
don't
by
know what
Tyson Fury. I'm
you're
being nice to
talking
you because
about.
you love UFC. All them guys are going to get spanked by the likes of Tyson Fury. Them guys don't got no business in the ring.
I already agreed 5-1's about what I would say, but your 20-1 vacillation shows that you have no conviction in your belief.
It shows that if I were putting money on it, listen, my belief is that Tyson Fury wipes the floor with him every day of the week. In boxing.
Your beliefs
In
are
boxing.
5-1. Your beliefs
all
are
right,
5.
all right. So listen, Sandro. Can I bet you right now $10 on Ngannou, and you got to pay me
20-1.
200?
Yeah, go for it. That's a great question. Jimmy.
Absolutely.
Okay, we have a 20
20-1? Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Allison
You're gonna
Ford.
give me.
Oh yeah, you're gonna bet on Ngannou? Oh fuck yeah.
$10
He's
to
gonna get spanked. He's gonna get thrown over the top rope.
So let me explain this because you may not understand what's going on. Jimmy's putting.
I do understand.
If Jimmy wins with Ngannou, he wins 200. If Jimmy
Right,
loses, goes
right.
okay. And this is a
I
bet.
get that.
Okay.
I know bet, bro. Come
It's a
on.
bet.
This is a sucker bet. Ngannou doesn't listen.
Sure is, Jimmy.
If Ngannou knocks out Fury, trust me. I'll
I
be
just
more upset
got
about that than I
fucking-
will.
It's a sucker bet. I just got twice the odds of Vegas.
Yes,
you
that's
fucking
why
idiot.
that's why I laughed about it. Yes, it is a sucker bet. It certainly is. So either way, I'm glad we have that covered. We have our first sucker bet here.
Yeah, it's a sucker bet because my guy's not gonna lose, and even if he does, you guys are trying to make me sound outlandish, and I don't want to be.
You don't want to be part of this. So Dylan Mulvaney.
What, Dylan? What? Now we're talking my language.
Yes, let's get now that Sandro's fired up.
Yeah, I'm
now that he's
kidding.
Fired up. Let's. Dylan Mulvaney has moved out of
She
the.
went to France, I thought.
She went somewhere, or he
He went to Peru.
went to Peru. Oh shit!
Peru says he felt safe there more than in America.
I hear the Peruvian